Hi everybody, this is Steve, D9 Games. Why D9? Because they're fun to roll. We didn't like the 12-sided. They seem to be spin downs most of the time. And the bell curve on two 10-sided dice, which we call D9, is better for our mechanics. But anyway, just saying hi. It's been a couple of weeks. The phrase game night is a good way to get everybody mentally ready to show up at your game. We always have at least 4 and sometimes 7 or 8 at our game in Tustin, and but it's always game night. What night is game night? Right now we're doing Tuesday for game night, and it's good to kind of establish that so your group always knows. If you're kind of moving that night around, people have a tendency to feel like it's not as iced, but come one, come all, we're gonna play TTRPGs or board games or whatever's going on. Right now we have a campaign with the Enlightened system, and things are going well, and we've reskinned a pre-written module, which I went over a little bit in one of my other videos. So I wanted to talk to you about minor tweaks on the fly. So you're at the table, the trap just doesn't, you're just not feeling that it fits the encounter or the environment, or the timing's not right. You can ditch it, or you can explain how the trap was already triggered. So they come across these blades that are in the alleyway or in the corridor, and they've already been tripped. Maybe there's a spike pit that's revealed that's already been tripped. So there's some ways you can throw your trap in, but not make it as deadly, or maybe it's not fitting your theme. So that's one way to do it. Your map size, if you're copying another map, pre-published map, and it just doesn't fit on the map that you're using, or the grid or the terrain, you can always tweak things down, cut a couple of rooms out, and of course most of you already know all this, but I just thought it would be cool to talk about how I handle it, because I'm running this pre-written module, and some of the maps are just a little too big in the book, so I'm carving off some parts, and it works absolutely fine. So you can always make tweaks on the fly, whether it's cutting parts of the map off, or ditching a trap, or having it pre-sprung. And then one of the things that we do also to keep things not as predictable, because in the Enlightened system we use foe or enemy damage as a set number. So like, for example, a level 4 foe is going to run 8 damage on a hit. So people start to see the writing on the wall a little bit when you go, okay, you take 8, you take 8, you take 8. They know they're dealing with level 4 monsters, which doesn't matter, but you can tweak that. If they miss their roll by 1 or 2, maybe they only do 7 damage. If they miss by a lot, then they'll do the 8 damage. Stuff like that you can tweak. I know some games use a die roll, like a monster has a 1d10 hit point, so this one has 3. That's just a lot of rolling and extra math I don't like. So of course our level 3 creatures have 9 hit points, and they deal 6 damage. So level 3 foe is going to deal 6 damage, but you barely miss your roll by 1. Okay, take 5 damage. So you can tweak that around a little bit, and it makes it a little better in gameplay. On the other side of the coin, we already have it figured out. If your target is 10 and you roll an 11, you're doing 1 point plus your bonus damage, and then there you go. So we have it handled on the character side, but the foe side can be a little predictable, and that's how you tweak it. Minor misses, you take a little off the damage. How to run familiars, troops, allies, NPCs. Just let them run them. Give them little minis or dice to represent the allies. Maybe you have a group of Corrigan or Fomorian that are going to join the group in a battle. So you give them, as many as the roll accounts for, whatever makes good sense in the story, but you run them like a creature. So you give them maybe 1 level less than the party to keep things where the heroes are heroic. So you've got this level 5 party, maybe the 4 Corrigan soldiers that are accompanying the party as NPCs or allies. Put them 1 level lower, and then treat them like foes. So let's say they're level 4, the party's level 5. well, give them 16 hit points and they can deal 8 damage. Or maybe since they're basic soldiers, they only deal 6 damage. You can tweak it, see? So, but you want to be able to have a horde, you want to be able to have a group of allies, you want to be able to have wars, but the way to do that, to keep it simple, because you don't want to get too crunchy and have character cards for all your NPCs, is you just want to make them simple like we do our foes. So these 5 level 5 heroes get 8 level 4 Korrigan allies to come and battle with them. You just run them all simple. Level 4, they deal 8 damage, and they have 16 hits. Or you can even make them 3-hit minions. If they get hit 3 times, they're down. And they get hit a 4th time, they're dead. Or 3 hits, they're down, then they can be revived, and then they only have 1. They become a minion at that point. They get hit 1 more time, and they're dead. So keep it simple. That's how you run familiars, troops, allies, NPCs. Keep it simple, keep it generalized, and then for minor tweaks at the table, just feel free to do it. That's what I like most about the Enlightened system too, is it's custom and the tweaks are very much welcomed into the gameplay for the Game Master. So, game night tonight, Tuesday. I'm looking forward to running this pre-written module reskin for our campaign. We're in Albion. It's the winter. It's 298 BC. Our group was able to retreat from the dungeon, heal up at a nearby town where they saved a couple of prisoners. They are already back into the 2nd level of this 4-tier dungeon, and it's pretty exciting. I got all the figs ready to go. I'm missing a couple of creature figs, so I shot Jim a text to say, hey, can you bring a couple of this other creature that I need? I have the rest. So we're excited. We're looking forward to tonight. Roll those D9s, baby. Until next time, peace.